I'm gonna call this one There Goes Another One. The reason why for the title is because Borders, that bookstore that we all know and love, is closing. They are closing. Seeing some 400 stores, and what the? Over 10,000 jobs lost. Hey, though, the economy's doing great. No, it's not. This is just another example of how far this country is falling apart. And, here's the dirty little secret. If those schmucks in Congress and, the White House and all that can't agree to increase the debt ceiling, and then we're gonna default. So it won't just be Borders on the chopping block, I can tell you now. I gotta ask the question though. Why did we allow it to come to this point? Why did we allow these greedy assholes in both government and big business to get away with their crimes against not just our nation, but the entire world? They sabotaged the bloody economy. And, everybody buys their lies. You know what? Maybe we need to default. Then maybe people will realize what it really takes. Maybe they'll realize just how precious freedom really is. Just how precious it is to be able to afford a meal or to drive to some place to buy a bloody book. Maybe what it's gonna take for them to finally listen are riots. A revolt, maybe. I mean, if you really look at it, what has the whole voting thing really accomplished? The whole mass protest, waving signs. It's a little hard to stop a global cabal of evil by singing Kumbaya. It really doesn't work because they'll just end up shooting tear gas at you if you're lucky, or they might just blow your stinking head off. So I'm just calling it as I see it. Maybe real change, and not some big speech filled with false hope is what needed. I mean, people always talk about how the system always worked. Well, no, it didn't always work. Unfortunately, it took folks dying, and causing all sorts of havoc in order for change to happen. I mean, with the whole strikes and the union labor movement, the protests with the bonus army, the protests against the Vietnam War. People weren't just protesting. They were breaking shit. It may not be the best, but sometimes, unfortunately, that is what is required required for there to be any bloody progress. You know? I mean, you can only wave so many signs and sing so many protest songs until, you know, they just swoop in with the tear gas, and the dogs, and just throw your ass in a dank, dark cell. You know? I mean, look what happened with Libya and Egypt. The folks got pissed off at the dictators and the government not listening, so they said, "Screw it, we're revolting." So I don't know, but it seems like anymore the only way to get to get assholes to listen is to whack them upside the head. You know? Just calling it as I see it. You know? It may not be the most desirable thing, but as the saying goes, desperate times call for desperate measures. So what else can you do?